Welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, Mishpachah friends. Welcome to the road trip. We're back. Oh, hold on a second. I think we need... You guys doing okay? Shalom, peace and blessings to you, right? Your friends, your children, and your homes, Mishpachah, your dwelling places, all that good stuff, man. Your pets, all that stuff, man. It's good to have you back. Keeping an eye on this incense. I don't want it to overcook real quick. In the meantime, I'm gonna get some salt, dip in. Right? All praises to the Most High. All praises to Yahweh. Glory to Yahweh Shai. Honors to the Ruach HaKodesh. We're back here in 2 Chronicles chapter 6. This is going to be kind of a long one, so if you want to get your Bible out just to fact check me, it wouldn't be too bad of an idea. I might slip up a few times here. It's guaranteed. You got about a 99% guarantee I'm going to make some mistakes here. Here we go. Hold on. There we go. All right. So we're bathed up. We're washed in. Bathed in water. Bathed in fire. Right? Good. Incense. Good. Bible. Good. Got my friends, good. Got my scriptures, good. Chapter 6. Let's begin. Good. Chapter 6, and it reads, Then said Solomon, the Most High had said that he would dwell in the thick darkness. But I have built an house of habitation for thee, and a place for thy dwelling forever. And the king turned his face and blessed the whole congregation of Yasharel. And all the congregation of Yasharel stood. And he said, Blessed be the Most High, Yahweh of Yasharel, who hath with his hands fulfilled that which he spake with his mouth to my father David, saying, Since the day that I brought forth my people out of the land of Mizraim, I chose no city among all the tribes of Yasharel to build an house in, that my name might be there. Neither chose I any man to be a ruler over my people Yasharel. But I have chosen Jerusalem, that my name might be there. And I have chosen David to be over my people Yasharel. Now it was in the heart of David my father to build an house for the name of the Most High Elohim of Yasharel. But the Most High said unto David my father, Forasmuch as it was in thine heart to build an house for my name, thou didst well in that it was in thine heart. Notwithstanding, thou shalt not build the house, but thy son will build the house. Come forth out of thy loins. He shall build the house for my name. I'm going to interject real quick. And the reason why, because we read it a few books back, or chapters back. Remember, David was a man of war. Like, he can't build something sanctified of the Most High. He committed war, righteous war, but his entire life was full of blood. He couldn't build the temple. It wasn't meant for him. All right, jumping back in, verse 10. The Most High therefore hath performed his word that he hath spoken. For I am risen up in the room of David my father, and am set on the throne of Yasharel, as the Most High promised, and have built the house for the name of the Most High Yahweh of Yasharel. And in it I put the ark, wherein is the covenant of the Most High, that he made with the children of Yasharel. And he stood before the altar of the Most High in the presence of all the congregation of Yasharel, and spread forth his hands. For Solomon hath made a brazen scaffold of 5 cubits long and 5 cubits broad and 3 cubits high, and had set it in the midst of the court, and upon it he stood and kneeled down upon his knees before all the congregation of Yasharel, and spread forth his hands toward the heavens, and said, O Yahweh Elohim of Yasharel, there is no Elohim like thee in the heaven nor in the earth, which keepest covenant and shewest mercy unto thy servants that walk before thee with all their heart. Thou, which hast kept thy servant David my father, that which thou hast promised him, and spakest with thy mouth, and hast fulfilled it with thine hand, as it is this day. Now therefore, O Yahweh Elohim of Yasharel, keep with thy servant David my father that which thou hast promised him, saying, there shall not fail thee a man in the sight of to sit upon the throne of Yasharel, yet so that thy children take heed to their way to walk in my law, as thou hast walked before me. Now then, O Yahweh Elohim of Yasharel, let thy word be verified, which thou hast spoken unto thy servant David. But will Yahweh in very deed dwell with men on the earth? Behold, heaven in the heavens of heavens cannot contain thee. How much less this house which I have built? Have respect therefore to the prayer of thy servant, and to his supplication, O the Most High my Elohim, to hearken unto the cry and the prayer which thy servant prayeth before thee, that thine eyes may be upon this house day and night, upon this place whereof thou hast said that thou wouldest put thy name, there to hearken unto the prayer which thy servant prayeth toward this place. Hearken therefore unto the supplications of thy servant and of the people of Yasharel, which they shall make toward this place. Hear thou from thy dwelling place, even from heaven, and when thou hearest, forgive. If a man sin against his neighbor, and an oath be laid upon him to make him swear, and an oath come before thine altar in this house, then hear thou from heaven, and do and judge thy servant by requiting the wicked, by recompensing his way upon his own head, and by justifying the righteousness by giving him according to his righteousness. And if thy people Yasharel be put to the worse before the enemy, because they have sinned against thee, and shall return and confess thy name, and pray and make supplication before thee in this house, then hear thou from heavens, and forgive the sin of thy people Yasharel, and bring them again into the land which thou gavest to them and their fathers. When the heaven is shut up, and there is no rain, because they have sinned against thee, yet if they pray toward the place, and confess thy name, and turn from their sin, which thou doest afflict them, then hear thou from heaven, and forgive the sin of thy servants, and of thy people Yasharel, when thou hast taught them the good way wherein they should walk, and send rain upon thy land, which thou hast given upon unto thy people for an inheritance. 28. If there be dearth in the land, if there be pestilence, if there be blasting, or mildew, locusts, or caterpillars, if their enemies besiege them in the cities of their land, whatsoever sore or whatsoever sickness there be, then what prayer or what supplication soever shall be made of any man or of any of the people of Yasharel, when every one shall know his own sore and his own grief, and shall spread forth his hand in this house, then hear thou from heaven thy dwelling place, and forgive and render unto every man according unto his all his ways, whose heart thou knowest. For thou only knowest the hearts of the children of men, that they may fear thee, to walk in thy ways, so long as they live in the land which thou givest unto their fathers. Moreover, concerning the stranger which is not of thy people Yasharel, but is come from a far country for thy great name's sake, in thy mighty hand, and thy stretches out arm, if thou come and pray in this house, then hear thou from the heavens, even from thy dwelling place, and do according to all that thy stranger calleth to thee for, that all people of the earth may know thy name, and fear thee, and doth thy people Yasharel, and may know that this house which I have built is called by thy name. If thy people go out to war against their enemies by the way that thou shalt send them, and they pray unto thee toward this city, Salake, which thou hast chosen, and the house which I have built for thy name, then hear thou from the heavens their prayer and their supplication, and maintain their cause. If there sin against thee, for there is no man which sinneth not, and thou be angry with them, and deliver them over before their enemies, and they carry them away captives unto a land far off or near. Yet if they but bethink themselves in the land whither they are carried captive, and turn and pray unto thee in the land of their captivity, saying, we have sinned, we have done amiss, and have dealt wickedly, if they return to thee with all their heart and with all their soul in the land of their captivity, whither they carried them captives, and pray toward their land, which thou gavest unto their fathers, and toward the city which thou hast chosen, and toward the house which I have built for thy name, then hear thou from the heavens, even from thy dwelling place, their prayer and their supplications, and maintain their cause, and forgive thy people which have sinned against thee. Now, my Elohim, Yahweh, let I beseech thee, thine eyes be open, and let thine ears be attent to the prayer that is made in this place. Now therefore arise, O the Most High Yahweh, into thy resting place, thou in the ark of thy strength. Let the priest, O Elohim Yahweh Most High, be clothed with salvation, and let thy saints rejoice in goodness. O the Most High Elohim, turn not away the face of thine anointed. Remember the mercies of David thy servant. That's the end of 6. Wow, 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 wow. A lot of good stuff in that one, man. My allergies started going crazy halfway through, but man, we made it through. Ah, man, got plenty of gas still, though. But that's the end of 2 Chronicles chapter 6. There's a lot to unpack in that one. And you know what? That's a perfect chapter for my brother Sly. You know what I'm saying? Because it's talking about in their land of their captivities, and there's a lot of heathens out here who really want to challenge the word, man. You see what I'm saying? There's a lot to unpack in 2 Chronicles chapter 6. I want one of my brothers who are better than I to do that. Because out of all my brethren, I am less than the least of them. You understand? But thanks for riding with me on this one, guys. We got chapter 7 coming right back up. In the meantime, in between time, you know, Shalom, shalom, peace and blessings to you, your friends, your children, your homes, Mishpachah, your dwelling places, right? I love you guys. I'll see you guys soon. Yeah.